Interesting.
Okay, we're all good.
Okay,
to go.
I'll get you the link and everything. Okay. Monday morning.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. Sure.
I will call this November 17th, November 17th, my goodness. 2021. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. That's okay. Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, that's.
The January 19th,
Yes.
2022 prison board meeting to order. No problem. Will you, Christine, call the order?
Commissioner Boyd, District Attorney Levacusa,
Here.
Judge Wada,
Here.
Controller Preston Pine,
Here.
Sheriff Calero, Commissioner Vogler,
Here.
Commissioner Scoville.
Here. Okay, we do have a quorum, so we will proceed with the meeting. Next on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the November 17th, 2021 prison board meeting. You've had a minute to read through them. Okay, Judge Motto for approval. Do I have a second?
Second.
Is a second. Any further discussion on them? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. Very good. We do have our interim warden Mullmeister here for a review of the population report and also approval of the bills. If the warden will give us a population report while our controller is maybe reviewing the bills. Go ahead.
Our population this morning was 96. We have 11 females. We've got like 35 and 38 in Delta and Fox, 9 up in booking, 3 in medical. We've got 11 inmates at other facilities for separation purposes or court purposes. We've had a few minor cases with officers being out related to COVID. We've had inmates that also tested positive.
And they're being isolated.
They're isolated, and we got N95 of temporarily suspended visitation for all inmates. We're using precautions. We're spraying at least once or twice per shift, all 3 shifts, to minimize the infections.
I think you all in all are doing as best as you could possibly do when you're in a confined situation like that. It's pretty difficult to control. And with maybe symptoms being lessened, that, you know, it's easy to spread without people knowing. So, okay, that's good. Very good.
We've also moved to styrofoam containers for all the inmates, so that way we have no cross-contamination or anything like that. So,
Fantastic. Very good. Very good. A motion to approve the population report.
I'll move.
Second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those same sign, that motion carries. Next on the agenda is the approval of the bills.
Reviewed them, and I will move to approve the bills.
Okay, a second. Okay, Judge Martin, second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I don't have anything under old business. Anybody else? Nobody else? Okay, great. Under new business, what I do have is a discussion regarding a permanent warden job search. And I think that maybe the best way to do this is have a committee formed and put together, since it's the first time it's been done in quite some time, that we include several members of prison board if there would be some volunteers, anyone that would be willing to assist with that. And then also, I believe our solicitor, as well as our chief clerk, Joe Vanasco, a possibility to be on that, and Karen King, who is our human resources director. If anyone here would be interested in doing that,
I would volunteer.
okay, District Attorney Levacusa, okay.
I
Controller Gaines?
I also.
I'm Controller Preston Pine, that's it.
Dave is still with us, yes, he is. My apologies, oh goodness.
I
Okay.
do think the prison board president should also be part of that. I just think as the prison board president, he should.
And then I will volunteer as well and be part of that. I don't know, you know, the extremes that we would go to for it, but I think that in light of it being just a new atmosphere, I guess, and we haven't done this in 10 years, that maybe having a committee is the best way to go, and we could agree to meet to form some different parameters of what we would be looking for and the type of search that we would want to do and make it as encompassing and as transparent as we possibly could. I'm definitely willing to do that. So, Judge, if you need a little bit time to think, or Dan.
Here's my issue. It's not that I'm unwilling, but I probably have the least flexibility. If you would have interviews, if you would have meetings, then my day between 8:30 and 4 o'clock is pretty well
Correct.
taken.
Right.
And
I wanted to open it up to everyone and give everyone on prison board an opportunity. Dan?
I'll make this comment. I think you've pulled together a very competent group of people. It's a good cross-section of people. And I will not volunteer because I don't want to ruin it. So I think you got a good group.
And
Okay,
I'd say you'd want to stay at 3 anyway,
okay,
because if it were 4, then you could potentially be
Good
having a
point.
public meeting.
Very good point.
So,
okay,
so you'd want to probably stay at 3 prison board members.
okay. Excellent point. Thank you. That's
You're
that's why you're here.
Sometimes.
Did you clarify those things for us? Okay. All right, very good. That being said, then we will, the three of us move forward and maybe schedule some type of a meeting and just gather our thoughts, see how we proceed forward with Karen as well as Joe Vanasco. Okay, great, excellent. Do we need a motion on that to?
No.
No, okay.
Just administrative process.
Any visitor comments? I know we're being live streamed. I should have said that at the beginning. If there are any comments to be made, they can address them to lspillvogel@lawrencecountypa.gov. I can review them through my email and have them added to the minutes for our next meeting. I have no reason for executive session if no other members of prison board have any.
I do. If I could move to go into an executive session to discuss a personnel matter, specifically one of the open positions.
And may I, with all due respect to the district attorney, may I make a comment in advance of that? In fact, I'll even second your motion, but I have a request of the warden, if I'm in order. Given the number of inmates that we have right now, and I know a couple of months ago, we were up around 120, maybe 125, and we've seen a decline since then. Perhaps I should direct my question to the board chair. Would there be any harm in asking the warden perhaps to reach out to neighboring counties to make them aware of the available space that we have, in the event that there might be some counties out there that are not experiencing what we are, and perhaps are looking for places to house their inmates? Is there any, maybe you're already doing that, warden, but I'll direct my question to the chair.
Sure. I think that's definitely a good idea. I don't know any restrictions that there are with, you know, moving inmates to different facilities, but if that's something that we can consider, I think that's a very good idea.
Commissioner, are you talking about bringing inmates into Lawrence County?
If that is feasible and advisable, if for example, if you say, given the circumstances, particularly with COVID, that you would not recommend that, far be it from me to disagree with you.
I guess it strikes me, if we're on lockdown and bring prisoners from other counties, then they're stuck here, and those counties can't proceed with their criminal proceedings because we've got them locked
True.
down here. I mean,
That's true.
but I'll let this warden speak to that. That's just a thought in my mind.
And right now, with everything going on with COVID, I mean, there are a lot of restrictions with the testing and moving them back and forth and with court and things like that. But once we get over this COVID, it slows down, it's definitely a possibility to contact, reach out to other
So
jails.
in the short term, my suggestion is not prudent, understandably, but perhaps, as you just stated, if this COVID issue starts to dissipate somewhat, then maybe we can look at that.
It's definitely a possibility, Commissioner.
Fine, at the appropriate time, right?
Yes.
Thank you for that. Appreciate it. And I'll second
Excellent.
Mr. Lamancous's
Okay.
motion.
We have a motion and a second to go into executive session. Any further discussion on that? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose the same sign, that motion carries. Okay.
For the purposes of the executive session, I would ask that the warden also, the interim warden be present if possible.
Sure. I don't have a problem with that.
And you could just adjourn the meeting and just
We can
inform the
adjourn.
public that you're going into executive
Okay.
session for personnel.
We're not having any votes, I take it.
Right.
Right, just discussion. Okay, then,
Unless you need a vote after the executive, okay.
I do not.
okay, very good. Thank you. Okay. Motion to adjourn our prison board meeting,
Second.
Second.
1 or 2, whoever, okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose the same sign, motion carries. Okay, good. All right, now we can shut off completely. Very good. I keep forgetting that we can do that.
Right.
during the
Good thing you're
meeting.
here
Yes.
today.
Okay. Again, that's why we have you. Chris will flip the live stream off.
Every time you sit at the table, I'm waiting for the table in front of the dais to fall. You see that? You see that
Oh,
leg?
yeah, it's a little, yeah. We'll have to, maintenance.